Hey guys, what's up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video, and today we're gonna give away $200 of XRP. If this video can hit 300 likes within 24 hours, let's just try. Let's see if we can do that. We'll give it away in the next video then. All that you have to do is press the like button on this video, comment something down below, and hit the notification bell on. Hope you're all having a wonderful morning, because it is yet again time to be talking about some XRP. So the first tweet of today that we got is from Stephen Bull from the Deep Sun on Twitter, and he said, XRP can be used by anyone, not just limited to banks. We will see more non-speculative use cases for digital assets. CPMI, BIS, FSB, and other regulators in G20 agreed that all these tokens should be called digital assets, and this was actually already a while ago, May of 2019, but there's actually a little bit of a video that is 1 minute long that I want to let you guys listen to. So let's quickly do that right now.
It's regulator. I will refrain from giving it a terminology. For me, it's a digital asset. It's decentralized. It's open source. Anyone can use it for anything. Ripple, the company, uses it for a very specific use case, but you and I can go home and download the validator and use XRP for our own use case. Now, unfortunately, a lot of use cases today is speculative trading, but we hope that as the industry matures, as there is more real use cases of digital assets, and not just XRP, any other cryptocurrency, we will see more and more non-speculative use cases for those digital assets. I would call it a digital asset, and I think more and more regulators, so CPMI, BIS, Financial Stability Board, all these international regulators in the last year G20 agreed that these tokens should be called digital assets and not called cryptocurrency, because these are not really currencies.
Interesting what he says, but I just looked at this guy's face the whole time, because he looks like he does not want to be sitting there at the conference. Eric Dadoon, somebody who I also sometimes look at tweets from a Twitter. Oh, by the way, I was like, what is he doing, this guy, the Stephen Deep? But it's a fake account. But Eric Dadoon said, indeed, digital assets that play ball with incumbents will evolve the system. Cryptocurrencies that insist on being a replacement or alternative to the incumbents will run into government backlash. Shouldn't be controversial, as regulator/government statements have indicated as such lately. Definitely true. Now, another tweet from Brad Garlinghouse from a couple of days ago, applauding UK regulator, the FCA, which is the Financial Conduct Authority, for providing clarity and leadership on the classifications of digital assets. They recognize Ethereum has the features of a hybrid exchange/utility token, not a security token, and call out the similarities between Ethereum and XRP. So this is again another step towards finally getting XRP that mark of approval from the SEC by saying, hey, XRP is not a security. At least we got some momentum started by Ethereum being recognized and then seeing similarities between Ethereum and XRP. So it's another major step. Ripple Shills twist into XRP-shaped pretzels to spin Trump Bitcoin tweets. Mom, I made it to the news. Well, what this article is all about is actually kind of funny. Ripple Shills are twisting themselves into XRP-shaped pretzels as they hilariously try to spin Trump's anti-Bitcoin tweets in their favor. The importance of the government blessing for supposedly regulator-friendly cryptocurrencies like XRP and its horde of social media shills cannot be overstated. Donald Trump is not a fan of crypto. Point blank, there's there is to it. I find this so contradictory to what the thought is about everything. Right? He said that he does not like crypto. That's completely fine. But to see how cryptocurrency has adopted for the president to be able to speak about this is actually quite insane. And I still think it's a very positive thing, even though his literal tweet itself and the content he posts is not positive. But again, it's about the bigger picture here, like we established in our yesterday's video. Lots of banks went down for maintenance at the same day Sunday, and then Trump makes a tweet about Bitcoin. Could this be leading up to something big going live soon? Interesting, very, very interesting. He does love fiat. XRP complements fiat. That's just a joke. And he's actually just pinpointing here how many people are taking Trump's tweet out of context is what he is supposedly saying. Again, I don't agree with that. DAI said, in 2 days, both the Fed chair and POTUS spoke about Bitcoin and crypto. Average Joe sitting at home eating his TV dinner, watching Seinfeld returns, will soon be a crypto buyer. And then Florida Server 11 replied to that by saying, the U.S. administration is interested in Ripple XRP adoption to offset China's Bitcoin strength. That's an article from Forbes from a little while ago. For those who've used it, Ripple Speedy, and again, they say Ripple here, which is funny. Its larger goal as a bank settlement layer may be years off, but in the present, it might not be a bad idea for the cryptocurrency's army of shills to consider what they're saying. Jack the Rippler said, Mr. President Trump or Mrs. Lagarde will announce XRP as a new financial tool. You read it first here. And again, that's a little bit far-fetched, but it might be coming up at one point in the future. And last but not least, let's use this one to end it off. Mr. Trump, this is from Operation 007 XRP. Mr. Trump, I respect and support what you've been doing in the grand scheme of things, but I'm going to do the opposite. XRP is not Bitcoin, and I certainly wouldn't waste it to buy drugs. Yuck. The problem it solves can help solve. It's definitely true, guys. It is definitely true. And here it's also funny, like, you can see the history of the XRP tip bot, and it looks like Donald Trump sent one XRP to somebody, meaning that, you know, he's actually using XRP, but of course that is also most likely not the case. Another article here, Trump tweeting about Bitcoin is achievement unlocked, says Coinbase CEO. And again, that's the other side of this story, the other side of the gun, so to speak, where we're more happy that he spoke about crypto rather than him really saying that he hated it and being fully negative about it. I would still, whatever you're going to say, see it as a very, very positive thing that the president of the United States first ignored crypto for so long, but finally could not be ignoring it anymore. It got too big, and it's now a concern on a major scale. Cryptocurrencies now made it to the real boys league. You know, it's really out there now, and it's going to be in discussion for these bigger players, and that's amazing for us to hear. At first, we thought that they were really trying to ignore it and put it in the back and not give it any attention whatsoever. Now they're most likely going to be bashing it for a couple of months, maybe a couple of years, and then afterwards they're going to be like, cryptocurrency is the best thing that ever came to America. Cryptocurrency is the best thing that ever came to exist in the world. It's going to be a couple of years, right? It's first the bashing. It always happens this way when something this revolutionary comes on the road. You'll see it all the time. Trade wars and easy money could send Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and LTC prices to new highs. And this is something that a lot of people are forgetting, is that these trade wars going on between US and China, as an example, are very, very beneficial for XRP. And I see that also because, for example, a little while ago, the Feds, right, the Fed chair, where's the DAI tweet? Let's see where it was now. Load up here. Right, here he's saying, in 2 days, both the Fed chair and POTUS spoke about Bitcoin and crypto. What the Fed chair said was that Bitcoin is just another store of value like gold is. Whenever you're having a trade war, people are not that certain about the cost or the price of their currencies anymore, and they don't really know how they relate in the bigger scheme of things, and they want to go for safe havens, like, in this case, most likely, cryptocurrencies. You might be saying, like, oh, but they're so speculative, you know, they're so volatile, how can they be a store of value? Well, over a general longer period of time, they will most likely keep quite a lot of their value or even appreciate. At least that's what we've been seeing with most of these cryptos. And if we're looking at this over a very, very long period of time, you know, let's say under 10 years, there's actually a very good chance that most of the coins that we support, like Bitcoin, XRP, and some others, are really going to be appreciating in value, or at least be the same that it is right now. For example, if we go back a couple of months now, you're going to see that it's been volatile, but it does get back to the points that it was before. So right now it is at 35 cents, 34. Now a couple of months it was also at 34, right? And then if you look at the US dollar, that's been going totally berserk. And I think over time here with years, really, we're not talking about a couple of weeks, but with years here, it will really ease in that these cryptocurrencies can be a store of value, can be a good investment instrument, and a lot of those other boxes it's going to tick, but it's just going to take some time to get all the recognition that it needs. You're also going to be wondering what is backed on what and how does it all work out. Well, we'll be seeing this over time. We've been talking a lot about Bitcoin being a store of value, but I think definitely that XRP and Ethereum can also act as those. Last but not least, price analysis XRP to USD. Ripple promoted token in free fall. Ripple is smashing through all supports in a wider market dump. This article came out yesterday, but I definitely did not see XRP really drop that significantly. So I don't really know what they're trying to say. Like, they only broke supports on the XRP to BTC, but not that much on XRP to USD. But still, for trading, I mostly look at XRP to USD. Ripple has very short-term trending bias after the XRP to USD pair fell below key support on the 4-hour time frame. The head and shoulders pattern of the 4-hour time frame is highlighting the 2300 level as possible bearish target, and the XRP to USD pair is now broken below its 200-day MA. Again, that's all completely fine. Again, when it goes above its 200 MA, could be a very positive sign once more, and a lot of cool stuff to come. Make sure you follow my second channel. I'll be posting a few financial videos on there, so maybe it's something about passive income. Another few cool things will be coming up. Make sure you follow that right now, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Take care, everybody, and have a nice day.